Hello and welcome back to Cultist Simulator with me, Barden. We're here with Father Ted and our priest run at the minute. Right, so that one is fine, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's see, work-wise we're gonna obviously have to do a bit of groveling for that. We've got some books for us to work our way through. We've done some commissions over here. Let's see. What else do we have? Trying to remember if we asked her about one of them as well. Maybe we fulfilled it. I'm not sure. Or maybe we're doing it. Possibly we're doing it now. That's probably what we're doing now, right? Yeah, we're doing her one now. Okay. Well, let's run the time on. Plan for today is to get all of those commissions done, to get these books read, get ourselves to probably to Key Hunter's Garret as well. Be a good place to go to. This place merits closer investigation. So we have Grunwald's Permanent Circus, a tiny city of patched tents around a whitewashed farm. Punch performers shiver in the dripping rain. Frau Grunwald has devoted her considerable fortune to the maintenance of this institution. Who knows why? The circus performers dislike trespassers behind the scenes. Okay, so that definitely sounds like some kind of fight could be had there. And we will pop you over here with this one. Right. So, first things first, there's no evidence to worry about. We should get ourselves onto a new one here. So we're going to go to Key Hunter's Garret. Vienna is one of those few cities which has the same name in every history, although adepts know it as the White City. Or perhaps the City of the White. In a snowy street, in a crooked house, in a high and rattling attic, we have learnt that an eccentric hunter of imaginary keys has established a tiny trove of odd books. Okay, so certainly sounds like books are going to be the thing to get there. Not sure whether we're going to face any kind of fighting, so I'm thinking maybe not Clavette. Send you for some heart. Then let's provide some funding. Okay, I have a read here. Once again, we hear that the Key Hunter has not been seen for many days. A local drunk insists that a great serpent entered the house to devour them. Certainly the house is unlit and boarded up, and there's a reptile house smell. Okay, that changes things for us then. Leo, come on out of there for a minute. And we're going to send... Let's send Rose. Okay, start that up. Let's they're doing that. We're going to continue on with what we're doing. We don't need to talk to anyone just at the minute. Actually, we could, right? We could talk to you about your commission and hand it in. Yep, let's do that. Our session plans for next phase. Okay, so Lantern or Knock, we already have 12 Knock. So I'm going to send Elridge for you because we're going to have to take care of you as well. You can be defeated in battle, yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. Then here, in places it overlaps with languages I know, in other places, well, I can see why they call it the tongue, the witches, but I can understand well enough now. Okay, so we have some pre-sign there. We're now going to start translating stuff. Let's get going on that one. Keep things going there as well. Okay, I've finished the manuscript. Great. So that's another one we can hand in. Now we can go back to work, which is going to require passion. Basically to go and beg for a job back, even though we are the best worker they've ever had. You know, if they were kind enough to give us some sort of annual leave or holiday or whatever you want to call it, then we wouldn't have to do things like this. But you know, they're not that generous. Right, so I received the currency of the secret world, and my patron has let tantalizing information slip. Okay. Then we can talk to you as well. And turn this one in. Start that. So erudition can go sit there for the minute. Mystique can go sit up there. And we'll run things on. Now I can slough off my flesh, patch by patch, tugging the tendons, free like fibers picked from teeth. My skin lies like a shredded blanket. The sun heaves itself above the horizon with a triumphant battle yell. The light falls like acid on my naked bones. Pain wakes me. My bones will throb for days. Okay, so we got some fascination as well, which has gone in there. So we're going to have to... well, we've got fleeting memory there, so we don't have to do anything really, or fleeting reminiscence. So we don't really have to do anything with that. We are going to head back into the Mantis to provide some help there and run things on. I'm safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me, and they found no new clues. Okay, let's see how we're doing on our expedition. The serpent's mouth is large enough to crouch in. Its tongue is the thickness of a man's shoulders, but almost certainly it'll respect the power we bear. Well, let's send Victor along as well, just to ensure that there's a little that respect is indeed what it will give us. I've received the currency of the secret world, and my patron has let tantalizing information slip. Okay, so we grab those. Another erudition to go there. Another mystique to go up there. I've been offered another chance. I'm apparently expected to be grateful. Well, they can expect all they want, but it's not what they're going to get. So that will get us back up to the top tier. Again, we don't need, again, to talk to anyone at the minute. Oh, we do actually. Sorry. We need to turn this in. Good. Okay, that has been translated. We'll start on the next one now. Okay, same thing there. We got a glimmering. Okay, now we're under a little bit of threat here. We'll probably hit 2 of something. Yeah, 2 fascination. Okay, I'm seeing things. The world is dangerously bright. Right, well, we're gonna have to do something with that, certainly. I'm not going to pick that because there's a good, well, I was going to say good, but there's a possibility that could be a fascination. So I'm going to go for this instead. Oh, favor from authority. It's nice, but we don't need it. This sun and splendor, the hour who once ruled the Mantis, was known to walk in the orchard before his terrible division. Sometimes his remnants walk here still. Sometimes I see the chilly radiance of the Meniscate through the trees, or the chillier radiance of the sun and rags. Were they to come upon me, it might be my end, but to see them in the distance is a gift of insight. So grab those. Glimmering can go sit there, I guess, for now. We have some resonance there, which is good because it will help us deal with you. Unfortunately, that being taken in meant that the fleeting reminiscence actually left us before it could be of use. Let's start this up again. You now need our expedition plans for next. Okay, so we've taken care of that. We now need lantern or knock. So let's send another one of our keys. Why not? Gets us up to 20 knock or so. It is 20, right? Or is it 22? It's 22. Okay. Yeah, because Rose is there as well. She has 2 because of the injuries she sustained. Younger Glover has taken me out for lunch at his club. I am to do more things than I do, more carefully, and in return he will give me a little more of the money I earned for his father. Okay, grab those. And then that's acceptance, right? So that would be, if you want to get the ending there, you just put in your passion. We bear great power of opening. We'll almost certainly find this hidden door. Okay, now I'm going to send. So I'm going to send Rhaenyra, and again, it's more headcanon than game mechanics. Just thinking that her little faction probably would want to feel like they are involved in a successful expedition, and sending her along is probably a better choice than, at least at the moment, than Saliba, because as we know, he is very much self-absorbed, and he's not as much of a political animal as Rhaenyra is. So influencing her is a better choice, I feel. Right, we're now going to translate this Greek book. Okay, you are very shortly going to, well, we hope at least, very shortly going to, well, you are going to become Dread, and then go in there and help us out. There we go. So that reduces that down to 1, and then I would expect naturally it's going to be dealt with. So we are going to take this one because, again, I want to avoid this. I don't want to possibly get a fascination. Many of the dead enter the mansions through the white door. They wander its corridors in silence until they are lost. Some embrace each other, some devour each other, some force their way into the dreams of the living. A few record their memories on the mantis stone where it is soft. They scratch it with their nails, you see. Last night I read one of those memories. Okay, so grab that, and then I can go straight back into the mantis. Faint lines in stone, a surface that yields to pressure. We've found it. The hidden door moves with a grating shudder and a shower of dust. Okay, and now, you know what, we're going to send another of her, yeah, send another of our group. Let's send Porter as well. There we go. So then, again, they can feel like they've been represented. Okay, work is done. That has been translated. And now the last one is the Fucine one for the minute. Okay, you're still searching. You're searching, which is a little just makes getting rid of this one a bit more difficult, but not impossible. Oh, we'll have to check that later. We could take some rest, so I don't see why we would. Get another favour from authority though. That's not too bad. Last night I dreamt of a blue sky silk pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the bounds. I listened to the mistress of the place speak of other visitors. The Suppression Bureau come here. Did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. She snores derisively. After what they tried to do to my Christopher. But their folly is your fortune. I will tell you something that may help you, if the Bureau ever troubles you. Okay. She's obviously referring to Christopher Alopoli. I don't think she actually says my in the thing, but they do seem to have had more than a working relationship, from what I can gather at least. Let's provide help there and run things on. Right, let's read this before it times out. The room stinks of serpent musk and burnt paper. Someone has comprehensively destroyed all the records they could find. They've even scrubbed the walls clean. Cold ashes choke the fireplace. No trace of the poor soul who rented this place remains. Okay, and now what we're going to do is let's talk to Leo about cult business and hopefully capture that notoriety before he goes hunting. That'd be a nice boon for us. We have this as well, which means that we're not really we've got like 5 minutes on that, or just not just under 5 minutes. A single corner of the fire curled paper has survived the flames. In a shaky hand it reads, Lady K. Green, Chanceldunny, 3-lobed, spring leaves and but unexpectedly in a suitcase behind the flames, a little throve of books survives. Whoever destroyed the key hunter's journals saw no need to burn these books. Okay, so they are indeed all books. We'll collect those. Now, notoriety can go there. Okay, so first book is On the Matter and the Deeds of Serpents. This is probably the Prophecies of the Naga rendered into English and illustrated by William Midnight in Paris in the 1880s, but it shows a number of divergences from that text. It's certainly quite recent by standards of Vax text. Okay, so it's written in Vac. Okay. So you need to go sit over here for a minute. Next one. The Irreproachable Traditions. The Irreproachable Traditions of the Society of the Noble Endeavour. In Latin. So we put you there. We'll leave a gap to denote that you haven't been translated yet. The Ciphered Journal of Alessandro Lacroche. Prince Alessandro Lacroche spent years in secret study of the tablets taken from the Fucine marshes in central Italy. His work will allow you to read Fucine text, but it's written in a simple Latin cipher. You need to decipher it first. Okay, so that one we will put. We don't need it because we have. Where's our Scholar Fucine? Oh, it's that one, right? That will. Is it? We'll have to see. You're in Aramaic. Oh, so you go down there. Oh, we had one that would let us read Fucine. Maybe I got it wrong. Anyway, let's continue on. The Serenity of the Black Wood, an allegorical history of the House of Leth. who it is here implied was inspired by the centipede, Serrano Blackwood, in an occult alias to this day. Okay, so you go there. You're in Greek, right? Yeah, you're in Greek. Okay. So, I think we're going to deal with the notoriety, and we have that as well. Because of that, we are going to go here. Prince Kuznetsov gave 1/4 part of his blood-soaked fortune to the establishment of a department for eschatology at this provincial university. The staff have grown peculiar now, and the buildings fester in a freezing swamp. But some of Kuznetsov's bequests, perhaps, was spent on treasures. Okay, so we'll do that. We will send Enid's going to lead this one, and Rose is going to go as well. We're then going to fund it. Okay. The journey to the endowment buildings is not long, but the ground is difficult. We have sent 3 times for permission to visit and received a less friendly answer each time. Now that the staff will attempt to forbid our entry. Okay, so send you guys, do that. And run things on. Some nice contentment coming there. You're going to be resolved as well. Paintings whispers, windows wink. Solidarity of the everyday banishes phantoms. I tether myself to the everyday. Okay. Right, so let's make sure that we're on top of things. So we pause for a bit. The wolf despair prowls elsewhere. Some days are better than others. Sometimes the sky is nothing like a filthy sheet. Sometimes the river runs clear. Okay, and I prepared the text for study. Good. Right, so now let's study. Oh, that's why. We already had it there. Okay, so you can be sold, is what we're getting from that. Now, let's study these. So start with you. Lord Franken Bancroft, Diary 7050 to 7090. Bancroft seems to have been a talented adept, but devoted his energies to frustratingly whimsical projects, arranging grape-fetching races between Mansa spirits, teaching percussagants to juggle, and conjuring storms of imaginary blossoms for the Rose Witch Ayrshire, who resolutely refused ever to couple with him. Bancroft spent 20 pages bemoaning this last. Okay. Mirza Khan, the sun is steady, the glow recedes. I am sane, if that means anything. Right, let's grab that. Menu, we've read that one recently, so we'll wait till the next one. Next time it comes around, I think, to do it. Oh, I didn't realize that Mystique can actually play havoc with our guys as well. The standards of daylight society cannot apply to us. Perhaps we won't emphasize that point. Perhaps we'll rely on charm and a good humor. I've supplied elegant platitudes about the high principles of our organization. Okay. So we got to get him going again. Let's wait for Mystique to come down a little bit. Let's get it under 30 seconds and then we can start with him, I think. It's, oh, it's the autosave, it's pausing it. So start that, pop you in there, and let you run on. Here then, I need to pause for a second because there's a lot of, again, a lot of things that cannot be neglected. a promising route reveals itself as a stalking snare. We'll have to go round and try again. Okay, so we obviously missed a chance. Hidden door can be found with lantern or knock. And this one, pits and quags and sudden tumbles. The earth here cannot be trusted. We will need strong hands or clear sight, forge a lantern. Okay, so we're going to have to send either one of those when we can. The banter here recorded is a high and exacting magic, which can be used to pledge one's spirit to the watchman. Beginning an ascent to the house, Bancroft boasts of his ability to recite it when in his cups. He also had it set to music for a performance with fireworks at Vauxhall Gardens. Okay, so we get that as well. That's kind of nice because now going to be able to get pretty high lantern lore out of that. So at the moment we're on 6. We can, with what we have there, probably get up to 10, which is pretty nice. Okay. Now, study wise, I think you go next. We're going to keep our dreams free for this one and run things on. Right, so lantern, cat, get yourself there. Our expedition plans next challenge. It'll consume funds. I can add funds now, or I could send another follower. Well, we definitely need to send followers. It's going to be cat and then Pope after that. Okay, so he's on the hunt. Looks like he's going to beat us to the notoriety. This illness has damaged my health. I'll need to rest before I'm fully recovered. Okay, so we pop you in there and we provide, oops, pop you in there and then provide a fund. Start that and then off we go. Yeah, so he got the notoriety. Not really much down poor Leo can do. He tried his best. Can't really blame him. Okay, now Pope is going to go next. The Watchman will clear our sight so that we can almost certainly pass without error. Okay. In the first part, Cassius confesses to being a former legate. He recounts his terror of the Tribune and divulges the secret lore of the Golden General, the champion of the Shadowless Empire, the enemy of the Tribune, in the hope that the Tribune will someday be undone. Okay, so we have some dread there. We've also got this that can go actually there. Wow, that's pretty high level lore. Okay, a lot of stuff has finished. I am certain that my adversary has lodged a copy of their notes elsewhere, with a solicitor, with a supervisor, or even with a contact in the press. This is troubling. Okay, so we grab that. Tentative evidence there. Optimism is a spice which saves. Okay, and then not Falcine. Okay, Sylvia. Sylvia, let's have a chat about this tentative evidence, please. My scheme will most likely succeed. There's always a chance that something will go awry. Okay, and then work is done. Going again. Then over here we have the sick room grows close and stale. Time to get up. Okay, grab that. And pause for a second. So next is you, and then we can start on translating stuff. Saint Nympha is described as not born but cultivated. The sentence became the Saint Hypatia indicates inhabited a sinner's corpse in order to enable that sinner's redemption. Okay, then here we're going to send Elridge along. As yet, I have only the needs and desires of any other mortal, but what stirs in me? You can go pop there. We do 2 dread now at the minute. We are going to head back into the Mansus. Oh, how did I not start that? I thought I did. Right, so we're going to have to go passion again. We can try again when dust is settled. Oh, that's not good. Something went very wrong there. Let's grab everyone. So we got some more dread and some mystique. And guess what? We're going to try straight away again. So we know now. Going to send her as the leader. We then know that we need lanterns, so Cat is going to go. So I'm pretty sure we missed a couple of cues at the start that would have allowed us to be better prepared. At least there was at least one point where we could have sent an extra person along and we didn't, and probably more than that. Just weren't paying enough attention, I think. So we're gonna pay attention this time. To find out what's going to happen here as well. My minion has returned. The evidence has been destroyed. I'm a little safer. Okay, so Pope is going to go there. The Rose of Hypatia. Not all the dead enter the Mansus by the winter door. Not all the dead enter the Mansus at all. Okay, so we get those. Work is done. We shall do that and that. Good. Now, study wise, let's translate that. Actually, translate that? I can't even remember. I think we did because it's beside the thing. The high mysteries of the innermost chamber of our church, solar. Secret rites of the Church of the Unconquered Sun. Okay, let's go there. Nice. We're happy with that. Last night I visited the lodge of the Sage Knight. My hostess manifested as an elegant woman with fashionably short hair and dark glasses. No, she admits, I don't need them any more than I need eyes. Allow me my sentimentalities. But you come for knowledge, I expect. Here is a story I heard in my Kerisham days. You are welcome to it. Only remember me if you come to make the pilgrimage. Okay, so we got that. Now, back into the Mansus, I think, is the way we want to do that. So yeah, we don't have, like, we got 3 dread there, which is actually a little bit worrying. But we don't have any evidence to worry about at the moment, at least. You are fine. Okay, so let's see here. The watchman man will clear our sight so that we can almost certainly pass without error. Okay, so that is that one there, right? So next, we've got these guys. So Rose is the next person we're going to send. And then as soon as we get another chance, Elridge is going to go. And yeah, then we'll deal with whatever else we need to deal with after that. Mirrors are calm, the sun is steady, the glory recedes. I'm staying, if that means anything. So, this is worrying. The fact that this is going to go before it can get it is good, because it means that at the moment there's only 2 there to worry about. But still, 2 is too many at the moment. I prepared the text for study. Okay, so you can go there. We then pop you in. Okay, the high mysteries of the innermost chamber of our church, Solar. The church chiefly worships the sun and splendor, the original undivided sun. But this text also includes the devotions of its aspects as the chilly winter dawn and the departing sun. as well as the Menascate. The Sun's Knight Self, priests of the church, were all male, but rites are also included which allow women to cross ceremonially to manhood. Okay, so grab that. Okay, and then we're gonna have to make sure that we keep that up. We don't need to. Let's be honest, right? We've got 237 funds. We don't really need to, but I want to. Let's go to the orchard. We've got glimmering. Oops, sorry. Right, let's check here. The Son of Splendor, the Hour, who once ruled the Mansus, was known to walk in the orchard before his terrible division. Sometimes his remnants walk here still. Sometimes they see the chilly radiance of the Menascate through the trees, or the chillier radiance of the sun rags, where they come upon me, were they to come upon me, it might be my end. But to see them in the distance is a gift of insight. So we get a glimmering out of that. We're now going to do this before you check anything else at all. In times of special crisis, I might visit a discreet pharmacist to purchase a tincture of opium and make my dreams sweet, but only in times of special crisis. Okay, do that. Then our exhibition plans for the next challenge. The next challenge is those guys we have. We got 5. Okay, so Elridge is the next person to go. Bring us up to 10. So 10 edge should be enough to deal with them. You were a little bit worried about, but that's why we've done this. The Watchers will almost certainly regret standing against us. Well, let's send Victor. Just to be doubly sure. The church's highest rites were performed in the Consursum. Yeah. The chamber at the Mansus's heart where the hours were known to pass. These rites include salutations to non-solar hours, the Grail, the Ringyu, the Horned Axe, and the Thunderskin. So we get some more lantern lore and some fascination. Okay, so you then can go here, and fascination can go pop up there. Okay, so the goal that we talked about last time, we're beginning to realize now. We're getting some higher level lore, and so far it's looking pretty good. Now we're going to keep that open for you. Study wise, we're going to do another bit of translation. Pop you in there, start that up. Okay, good. When things on. Okay, work is done. They are more cunning and more numerous than we'd expected. This will end in blood for us. Really? With 15? Suppose that's the thing, right? There's no guarantees. There's always a chance, but it means someone's going to get an injury. Hopefully it's not Rose, because then potentially she could have 2 of the same injury. The illness has damaged my health. I need to rest before I'm fully recovered. Right, so we're going to find out, before we end this episode, we're going to find out who got injured. What's the betting? It's Rose. Okay, we'll grab that and pop it up here. Okay. It's not Rose, it's Enid, right? Yeah. One of our keys. Okay. Right, so let's send Neville along then. Get our other key in there. Their wounds are grievous. Okay, so let's heal her. Okay, we've repaired that as well. So now we can read you. Read the irreproachable traditions of the Society of the Noble Endeavour. The irreproachable traditions of the Society of the Noble Endeavour. The members of the Society of the Noble Endeavour adopted the noble names at their initiation. Percival, Roland, Oisin. They drew their inspiration from the least flame, which gave the island of Britain such appalling power in such histories. One Samuel Partridge has chronicled their efforts. Their endeavour was no less noble, a furious arcane conflagration which would refine them into something more than human. But such transformations are rare, and they often ended in less nobly in ashes. Okay. Interesting. We can try again when the dust is settled. Oh, again. We didn't pull it off. Some dread and some mystique. So it's a tough one to crack, but we're gonna keep on keeping on at it. So we're gonna send you. Actually, hang on. So you two to start. Fund it. Start it. Okay, good. Right. But that's where we're going to end this one. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see if we can actually get through there. I guess it's just a matter of luck, right? Just getting that right roll for things. But we're gonna keep pushing on with that for the moment. As I said, we are beginning to now work on our lore. It's certain to look a bit more impressive than it has previously, which is good. We've kind of reached a stage now with these places where we're going to, as you can see, that they're actually difficult for our guys to do, even though they're at the highest level. And what we may do is, if we struggle with this one, we may start doing these to get tools to give to the guys to then boost up their abilities as well. So we'll see with that, because if we gave not necessarily that, but are these all 4? They are, yeah. So giving those to the guys would not make a huge difference. But if we got some higher level stuff and gave to them, maybe it would. But that is the end of this one. So hope you've enjoyed. Hope you're keeping safe out there. And hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right. Or checking out some other videos here on the left. Or perhaps you might even share with some friends.